What are the rules of social distancing? In many cases, the action is prophylactic. No one at work or school may be sick yet, though with each passing day, more of these decisions are being made in response to a community member testing positive for COVID-19, or the risk that contact with large groups of people could exacerbate transmission of the virus. Why shouldn't I get out a little bit to make this time pass easier? Vox's Kelsey Piper makes a strong argument for choosing to stay home, as it may seem, to help as much as possible, inconvenient your fellow human. If you are young and healthy, you ought to take precautions because doing so can end up saving someone's life. If I have to go out, how can I do it in the safest way possible? Kate Vergara, a public health and infectious disease specialist based in Chicago and New York City, has spent time fighting polio in Ethiopia and helping Ebola survivors in Sierra Leone without contracting either disease. COVID-19 is not airborne, she says. It is transmitted through droplets being coughed on, or touching something that someone coughed on, for example, and then touching your face and allowing that pathogen to get into your system through your eyes, nose, or mouth. Should I feel guilty for wanting to go to the gym? Other options include walking, jogging, or biking outdoors. The more ventilated an area, the lower the risk of transmission. Plus, if you cough, nobody is around and the droplets just fall and hit the ground. He says, better yet, breaking a sweat at home with help from an app or online video. Should I keep using grocery delivery services? Hasbrook encourages those who have access to services such as Postmates, Grubhub, Lyft, and Instacart to use them. It's a good way to social distance, he says, noting that two main factors when it comes to COVID-19 transmission are closeness of contact and duration. The handoff is 5 seconds, you go inside and wash your hands. Or just have them leave it at your doorstep. Last week, Instacart introduced a leave at my door delivery option. Should I cancel play dates? What are the rules for my kids? In Ireland, public health officials are encouraging a no parties, no playdates, no playground policy, per the Irish Times. Children will get through this no problem. But remember, with corona, children are vectors, not victims. In most epidemics, young children are the transmitters. When should I completely self-quarantine? The CDC has issued for travelers arriving from dozens of countries with widespread cases to stay home for 14 days. If someone at your work or school was definitely exposed, it's also time to assess your own risk of exposure, and of spreading the coronavirus. If you say, well, I know I've been mostly in my office, avoiding meetings and conference rooms, and I've been washing hands a lot, you could probably go about your daily routine with some social distancing to protect yourself, not so much to avoid infecting others. Hasbrook says. How far should we take social distancing advice? Look at the trajectory of what's happening in Italy. We're 11 days behind Italy, where a national lockdown that began March 10 has curtailed all travel and shuttered nearly all shops, schools, museums, movie theaters, and bars, says Madad. Measures like travel bans and quarantining entire localities you may not see that here, she says. Thanks for watching.